Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today I'm going to share with you all the bags that I've purchased this year. So it's delicate because I'm balancing all of them all around me here and I don't want him to get hurt because there's too many bags together. But all the bags I purchased in 2022. So we're going to get through them because it is the end of the year, and I mean, what are the chances I'm going to get another bag this year? You never know. Well, if that happens, I might add it into this video as well. But for now, I think I'm done for this year. But never say never. You know, we are in late November, so there's still kind of a month and a half to go-ish, and then it's over. So, first and foremost, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today and gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. I live stream every Saturday, and you're all welcome to join the live stream and the live chats. So this video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. So hi to my co-chatters in the chats. Let's get straight to it. This year has been interesting. When I see the bags, I'm kind of surprised. They're not ginormous, except for maybe one. Let's begin with the biggest one. Tabitha, my keepall 50, Louis Vuitton keepall 50 with bandolier. I just took the bandolier off because I stored without the bandolier hanging off of it. And I bought it in July for the purpose of really traveling because, you know, we're exiting the pandemic. So now we're traveling a lot more, and I've been flying and traveling a lot. So this little bag comes in really handy. I've been using it a lot, super practical. So July, right? So kind of like half a year purchase, a little bit less because it's in the 7th month of the year. But Louis Vuitton keepall 50. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that one has been purchased this year. I've also purchased a micro speedy when I was in Australia as a kind of a little keepsake, a memory of my trip there. And it's just such a beautiful little useless bag, but a great memory of my great time spent in Australia during the world premiere of my movie Art Lovers Unite with Westwood. And it was a great time. So this little bag will always remind me of that. So I bought this one also this year. This one was purchased in August, I believe. I'm going to start forgetting the dates, like when I purchased what. But anyway, so there's that. I've also purchased this little beauty here. The Chanel O case, a 255 version of the O case in a size large. With all these spotlights, you get to see a lot more on these bags. Like, is this an imperfection? Because, you know, me and Chanel leather at the moment. Oh, no, it's not. Thank God. It was just a little bit of dust. Ah, I was shocked. Okay. So anyway, the O pouch, enlarged and de-stressed calfskin. This thing is amazing. This particular O case begins with a serial code. Hold on, I have it in here. With 27, which tells you a lot. It says that it's been made several years ago, but it's been in the boutique for many years. They didn't sell it. Nobody wanted it. So I bought it. And it's been made before Chanel's lack of quality in leathers began. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, of course. Just my opinion, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged. But speaking of a lack of quality, you know, this thing is beautiful, but it's a serial number 27. So this is from several years ago. I have purchased this year several Chanel bags that I had to return. Let me cue them in. Let me show you the first one. You know, might as well, because these are bags that I bought this year. So here we have Dacob with a 22 fuchsia bag from the Métier d'Art 2022 collection. And sad. What can I tell you? This bag, you've seen my video with this bag. You've seen how terrible it was. It started peeling 20 minutes as I started wearing it. And I got my money back for this bag immediately. I took it back to Chanel and they refunded me the money. But this bag I bought this year actually was a gift for my birthday. It was supposed to be my birthday present. And yeah, after literally 20 minutes of wear, the top coat of the leather started peeling. And you should check out that video on my channel as well for all the details and the close-up images of the actual peeling of the leather. But this was a size, a classic size, or you could say the medium, the 22 medium size. They did not make this one in a large in this colorway in the fuchsia. So this was the Métier d'Art 2022 seasonal colorway, shiny calfskin. Love of my life, but oh well, what can we say? So I bought this one this year, and then I also took it back because it was very poorly made. The next one, which is also a bag. Good job, Visionees, says Debbie, right? That was so sad, yeah. The other Chanel bag I bought this year that I also returned, this one, the mini clutch on chain, they call it, but it's literally like a coin purse size. It's like this big, and then it has the chain. The red is to die for. The gold yellow hardware, to die for. Like, it's a beautiful colorway. Like, this is 90s Chanel red, which I live for. So I was super happy to find it, to buy it. But then, like, literally after I started wearing it, I noticed that the top coating of this bag is very dry. The caviar is very dry, and it was cracking everywhere, all over the leather that's intertwined in the chain, and also on the inside of the bag. Furthermore, I noticed at the bottom of the bag was stitched crooked on the inside, where it's folded together. So this one, because I noticed all the mistakes while I was in Australia for travel, I missed my return deadline, so they did not just take it back and give me a voucher. Instead, they sent it off for repairs. You can't repair the stitch issues. You can't repair that. You have to literally make a whole new bag with whole new leather. Anyway, so this is really sad because since I returned the bag to Chanel and they sent it off for repairs, the bag went up in price. So now when they give it back to me, if I get a voucher now, I've lost money, basically, is what's going to happen. But it's been several months now and the bag is not back yet. Actually, I do have an update. The bag was sent off to Italy because it was manufactured in Italy. And then from there, they inspected the bag and saw that the issue at hand needs to be discussed with the actual factory, the factory that produced the bag. So the bag is now sent to the actual factory where it was made. It just gets more and more sus, in my humble opinion. So that's where the bag is right now. Who knows how long it's going to take for it to return, for them to, because once they send it back, if the stitching is still, they can say, oh, we exchanged the chain. I'm like, yeah, what about the stitches? The stitches are still off. So it's going to be a back and forth. I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to have a similar situation that happened to me back in 2014, 15, 16 with another Chanel bag I had issues with, and it was a back and forth until I finally got my voucher. Yeah, where's the factory? Allegedly the factory is in Italy, but anyway, so that's that. Sad. So those are the two bags I returned this year. Moving on to the next bags I bought this year. Okay, these are really cute. I got these at Benetton. Hold on, let me open one and show you. I'm a big fan of Castelbajac. He's a wonderful designer. He's also friends with Vivienne Westwood. And he designed this classic Castelbajac. I mean, if you know him from the 80s and 90s, he was artistic director at Benetton for a certain period of time. He's not going to be anymore from next season, but he still is at the moment. And I got these ginormous cotton shoppers. This is one of them. And this is the other one I got. with the hearts. He's very much about, about sustainability, preserving the environment. He's been that way before it was popular. Um, but yeah, these are gorgeous. They actually carry his logo. You see it's Benetton and then the Castelbajac logo with it. Um, Beautiful bag in cotton. And it says here hand wash only. Great. Yeah, ain't gonna happen. But loving these bags. So let's put them here. Next one I got this here is this little munchkin. This one was made in Italy. The Chanel Spring Summer 2022 heart bag in black as a necklace. So they made they made 5 different variations of the heart bag. So there's a actual bag, wallet on chain, necklace, belt, and wristlet. So there's 5 different versions, but this is the necklace version. And it is relatively thick on the side. So, and it does kind of twirl around as you wear it. So sometimes, it falls like this, sometimes like this. The pocket is functional. This is adorable. And it does have the zipper pull that also works. And inside it is, I think, burgundy. Burgundy Gros Grand interior. Really, really beautiful. These are very delicate bags. We've seen a lot of issues, especially with the bigger ones, where the straps unravel and the little screws unwind and people just lose their straps. Even on the Chanel runway, on the Spring Summer 2022 Pret-a-Porter runway, a model was walking with a white bag and one chain popped off. How embarrassing, Chanel. But I also was offered to purchase this one, which was the holy grail of the collection, actually. So I'm very, very thankful to my sales associate who actually, told me, hey, Dacob, do you want the pink wallet on chain heart bag? And I said, yeah, immediately. Is this bag perfect? Hell no. It's full of flaws. But it has a special place in my heart because, she offered it to me, but also this color, I cannot say no to this color, this Barbie pink, sickly Barbie pink color. It's just to die for. However, the bag is not perfect. The stitches, you can see that this was like somebody sat there. This one is made in France, by the way. Somebody sat there on the machine and had to kind of push the heart bag by hand through them, using the machine, but doing like doing it by hand because it's not perfect. It's a little bit wavy the way that it's been sewn together. An interesting fact about these bags, how a good way to tell if your bag is authentic or not. First of all, the heft of the lambskin that is on this chain is insanely heavy. The actual chain and the lambskin leather, it's like a very buttery, smooth lambskin, and it is very, very substantial and heavy. But most importantly, I've noticed, I've done a lot of research on these bags, is the fake ones are perfectly stitched and the authentic ones are not. Amongst many other differences, but the best way to see if you got an authentic one is if it's slightly off. If there's slightly little details that are like one stitch too many, like down here, it's a little bit like thicker stitched here than up here. These little details show you that the bag is authentic. I know this is insane. You would think like, wait, it's supposed to be perfect, immaculate. No, not the Chanel heart bags. They are moody and they are complicated and they do what they want to do. That's what they are. There's just no way of escaping that. It is what it is. And also what you will notice on the authentic ones, most of them here on the top this stitch that goes like a V, it's not perfectly centered in the center of the heart, but it's slightly shifted in this direction. You can see it's not perfectly centered, and that is actually how it's supposed to be. Like that's how these were made. Now, the fake ones are going to be machine made, like perfect to a flaw. Like that there's just no. They're very organic. This is what I want to trying to say. These heart bags, these Chanel heart bags, the authentic ones, there's a lot of hand stuff. Yes, they're made by machines, but human hands are pushing them through these machines, and there's a lot of organic details to them. Like for example, another thing you're not going to see on the fakes. So when you look at the on the side stitching here, you can see there's a little bit when they folded the leather here. This fold is a little bit thicker. This fold is a little bit thinner. It's all kind of handmade and organic looking, very very organic looking. Um, Fascinating. But yeah, have a look. When you start checking Instagram and comparing photos of, in particular, the wallet on chain version of the heart bags. You because the wallet on chain heart bags are a special thing. By the way, these were like last produced. It took them the most amount of time to get to the pink wallet on chain, so these hit the stores last. And they were also probably in a rush to get them out there, so you could see that they were a little bit more hasty, but at the same time very sturdy. So you're like thinking to yourself, but hold on a minute. Like sometimes you put so much attention to detail in some parts where you didn't have to, and you've exaggerated. You've done too much. You didn't have to do so much. On the actual bigger Chanel heart bags, the stitching is wider. So all of the matelassé quilted little diamonds have thicker stitch patterns. So it's like a loose, it's a more loose look. It's more tight for the wallet on chain. I got this one this year as well. Yay! I forgot, what's the color inside? I think it's pink inside as well. Yeah, pink Gros Grand, made in France. So this one, of course, is in the Fashion Bunker archives. It's like that special, the hard bag moment of Chanel. So it's not like this one is going to be worn by me. It's also color transfer, very, very delicate. So this one is in my collection. It is in the archives. It is a special piece of Chanel history, even though a little bit of a tragic history because these hard bags do feature a lot of problems. But we love them nevertheless because we're crazy. The next one I got this year, okay, this little beauty, the Vivienne Westwood Fall Winter 2022 Fisherman and the Little Fish small Yasmin bag. Now this one comes with a detachable strap that I took off for the purpose of this video because the strap is in leather, but it's kind of big. And it does have two D-rings, one here and one here. So you can attach the strap to it. I mean, you see me on my Instagram page account wear this one with the strap, so you see how it looks with the strap on. This is a beautiful, beautiful bag, part of like fashion history, but also part of art history, because you should check out the unboxing that I made of this bag where I talk about the entire history of this painting, the painter, the fables that inspired the painting, La Fontaine's fable of the fisherman and the little fish in particular. So there's a lot of history in this bag. The Yasmin bag is to Vivienne Westwood what the 255 bag is to Chanel. So this is, or what the Birkin or Kelly are to Hermes. So the Yasmin bag is Vivienne's classic bag. It's been in production since the 90s, and they make them in several sizes. Seasonally, they change up the colors, the materials. They also make them vegan. There's vegan versions of them. This one is in leather. This is in printed leather, but there's also vegan versions. And this is the small size. There's a extra small. There's a micro as well. Then there's a medium. There's a large. Sometimes they even make an extra large. The interior usually features a cotton lining with the print of the Union Jack flag. So you can see it kind of peeking through there a little bit. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. They cut it differently in every bag. So the interior is slightly different in every bag. Really, really gorgeous. I do have the medium size and the large size. The medium in vegan and the large also in vegan. Different patterns seasonally. So I do from time to time buy the Yasmin bag. I just love it to bits. So I got this one this year because this print really spoke to me. They also make versions without the metal orb, just with the printed orb. The other bag I got this year from Vivienne Westwood as well, also from the fall winter 2022 collection. Oh, another heart bag. Well, looky. So Chanel had its heart bag. Vivienne has its own. Now, Vivienne is not copying Chanel. Vivienne has been doing heart bags since the 80s. It's a thing that Vivienne does. Every season, she has a special heart bag. This one is a carryover piece. They do make this one every season. However, they change the color. And they also change materials. This one is made in Saffiano leather. It's a beautiful chocolate brown mixed with a burgundy. And it does come with a chain, a metal chain that you can attach to the back. So you can wear this as a little clutch. I love that you can detach the chain. Thank you, Vivienne, for doing that also on this one. But the chain is inside. So when you open the bag, this one is lined in a gorgeous kind of pattern of Westwood orbs all over. And the chain is in here. So I wrapped it in paper because it is metal, you know, so I want to protect it. I'm not going to wrap it now, but you can also see me wear this bag with the chain on my Instagram account, superdacob, all spelled together. By the way, follow me there for all the previews of all the stuff that I post on YouTube. I usually post, you know, photos on Instagram that kind of reveal what's going to happen also on my channel. But the orbs are woven into the fabric. They're not printed, by the way. So it's a jacquard. It's a jacquard, very thick material fabric. It's very, very beautiful. And with, like so often with Westwood, her stuff doesn't break the bank like these other luxury products do. So the heart bag was around about $200, give or take a little bit, you know, taxes and stuff. But and her stuff does go on sale at the end of the season. So I was waiting for years for this chocolatey burgundy brown color to come along. I mean, she comes out with different colors every year, but I really wanted a brown one, a kind of a red brown one. And when this one came along, I was just, okay, love it. Smells divine too, by the way. So the other bag I got this year, I mean, you could call it a bag, is this little beauty. It is a bag. Why do I say it's a bag? Because it's a lipstick container. So what it does is it's a Chanel lambskin lipstick container, and you open it like this. It has a mirror in there, and then you just slide in the lippy here. So you can, of course, check out the video of all of these unboxings of each and every single bag on my channel. I've done videos on each one of these bags individually, but this one is particularly beautiful because it's really made in a special way, and I described that in the designated video. These miniatures, which there's special places in France that are specialized since centuries to create miniatures. And this particular bag, you see the craftsmanship in this thing is insane. Like, they didn't even need to, for something so tiny, why do you need to put in the lining? They did. They put in a leather lining, and the leather lining is in burgundy, like the interior of the Chanel bags. Like, it's insane. And it has a magnetic closure. And then you have the double C at the top as well. And this one is in lambskin. Now it's made in France. They also made this in caviar leather, but the lambskin is like that. So this is a bag. It's a lipstick bag, but it's a bag nevertheless. So I got this one this year as well. And then I wasn't so sure anymore if the next bag, well, yeah, I wasn't so sure if I got it this year or at the end of last year. I do believe I got it this year. I think I did. And I think I got it around March, if I'm not wrong. But this bag is really a great companion to my travels as well. I take it everywhere I go. You can detach the 255 chains. So this is a Chanel 255 large camera bag. It also comes in small, but this is the large one. And it's made in France. These were also made in Italy, but this particular one is made in France. So you can detach the two separate straps, and then you get, and I usually detach them to wear them as necklaces. And I was given the little chain connectors by Chanel, by my sales associate when I bought the bag. And I attach the chains together and I wear them as necklaces. So I wear them as 255 necklaces, a dream come true because I always wanted a 255 necklace and now I can do that. So this is this one first came out, well, already in the 80s in different forms. Even before that, I mean, Coco Chanel herself made camera bags in the 60s. But the thing is that Carl brought this one back, the one that I have right here, for his Ritz Métier d'Art collection. So this bag is from the Ritz Métier d'Art collection when Carl was still alive. The leather is impeccable, but they made a lot of these and it didn't sell very well back then when the Ritz Métier d'Art collection hit stores. So a lot of the boutiques still had them in stock, right? So I got one after a price increase, but it was still cheaper than a mini. Like, just to put this in perspective, like a big bag like this still cheaper than a mini, and it is made in France because that particular batch from the Ritz Métier d'Art was made in France. Then they redid them in Italy a year later because they kept making these for several years. So if you want to get one of these bags, chances are your Chanel boutique might have them or might be able to source them for you, but you might get a made in Italy one or a made in France. Pardon me. No, the made in Italy versions that I've noticed have a drier de-stressed calfskin, because I've seen them both made in Italy and made in France. The made in Italy versions, and I do have a small that I bought last year, made in Italy. It is a drier, more mattified finish, but the made in France is that luscious, old school, shiny de-stressed calfskin. I mean, you can see how it bounces the light off. It's insane. Like, you can forget it. You're not gonna get they don't make this leather anymore. Just no. I haven't seen Chanel do this in a long time. So I got this one this year as well. This is a beauty. This one is really, really awesome. Oh, so practical. So then, okay. Then the next one, and I love this one to bits, is this bag here. It is well, let me close it so nothing falls out of it. So this is a packing cube by Louis Vuitton. It is the medium size. This turns out to be my most used bag, I think, this year, because it is so practical. I have all my makeup in here, and for all my live streams or when I travel, I just throw this in my bag everywhere I go. And the fact that it's not so structured really helps it out. It's not heavy, and it also kind of just squishes. You see, like, if it's not so full, it just kind of bends with it. So you can put it in every bag you have, really. And the canvas is like virtually indestructible, so I just drop it in every bag I have, and I have all my beauty products in here protected. I like the fact that it's lined in a canvas, in like a cotton or synthetic material rather than plastic, so it's not going to degrade with time. It's perfect. The medium size is like my go-to. I use it every single day. Every single day. Like, it's my most used bag. It's insane. So I got that one this year as well. And let me see. Is that everything? Huh. Yeah. Except now we get to a very particular point of the video. A very special part of the video. And it's something I've been holding out for a long time. This last piece is a bit of a ghost. Literally, a ghost. I bought this bag at the beginning of the year, and there was supposed to be a very special unboxing connected to this bag. There was a very special occasion connected to the unboxing of this bag. But as life wants it, things happen, and the unboxing never took place. The unboxing never happened. Then I got sick, because then I got corona. Then I was like 3 months. It was such a mess. The special occasion passed. The bag was still standing there unboxed. I then thought to myself, okay, let's wait for another special occasion. Then summer hit. Then the issue with my birthday bag was such a drama with the 22 bag that I returned to Chanel. So I was like, now unboxing this. Well, there's this bag. It's the ghost bag. It's literally the ghost bag. This bag was purchased in February of this year. And it's still unboxed. Can you believe this? Literally a ghost. So many times I was gonna unbox it, something happened. It was just so bizarre, so bizarre. So I'm still waiting for that special occasion to unbox this one. Who knows? Maybe during our New Year's Eve live stream? Maybe for another occasion? But this is a cliffhanger. Boy, oh boy, what a cliffhanger. Chanel bag, could you imagine? That has not been unboxed on my channel right after purchasing it is insane. Never happened to me before in my life. But it's been here waiting, archived since February. Yeah. And of course, since this video is about all the bags I got this year, I couldn't not mention it. But stay tuned, because the unboxing of this one will happen. Picky Ricky says, Patreon! Yeah. Oh, to unbox it only for my patrons and tier 2 members on YouTube? Oh, that would be juicy, right? Kev says, bury it and unbox it in 10 years, says Kev. I'm telling you, this bag, look, it still has its... It's very, very special. And that's why I waited so long initially, because I wanted it to be for a special occasion. But then the whole situation with Corona happened. And then the whole situation with returning all the bags. Then I got fed up with Chanel because of all their issues. But, you know, it would have been really silly to unbox this like for my birthday after all the other bags were damaged, right? It's my little ghost. It's my little ghost. And we're going to unbox it pretty soon. So stay tuned. Keep an eye out for my videos. And also follow me on superdacob backup on Instagram, all spelled together, but also on my Chanel Instagram, my dedicated to my fan account for my Chanel collection on Instagram called Dacob CC, all spelled together. So I will also be teasing this one there as well. So Despina is asking, oh, Dacob, have you used it? No, of course not. No. Tim says, maybe do it at the end of the year, bought it in the beginning, but saving till the end. Maybe. We'll see. That's the cliffhanger I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And subscribe to my channel. And until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Subscribe.